Hi there guys, it's Eastwood for Life Fan here, back with another monthly update. A little bit later than I originally intended on putting this update, and yeah, this is movie pickups update for the month of June 2022. And in this update we have a few DVDs and some Blu-rays and quite a few 4K editions, a little bit more than usual. Yeah, before we get to the items I picked up, it's shout out time, and this month's shout out goes to a channel that I've been watching for I think around about 6 months or just slightly over. He's from the UK, and originally his channel started off as a gaming channel, but now is kind of more movie related. And yeah, for those who know his channel, it goes by the channel name of Play Tendo Guy. Pete, who just recently has surpassed the mark of 1,000 subs, so a great achievement there, Pete. Yeah, Pete has a channel that most Mondays he does out and about videos, and he also does unboxing videos of special editions that he picks up. But yeah, the main part of his channel that I really do enjoy is his regular Wednesday night live streams, which normally starts around about 7:30 UK time, where he has regular guests and also a few special guests that appear on every Wednesday. Yes, a highly recommended channel, Play Tendo Guy. Yeah, go over and sub to his great channel. You will be not disappointed. The channel link will be in the description box down below. Play Tendo Guy. So to the only DVDs, and they were sent to us actually by Mike from Dake Films from the US, which I did show in my recent trade package that I received from him. So we'll just quickly go through these titles. This one's a late 1970s martial arts movie, another Shaw Brothers movie, Executioners from Shaolin, and from the label Dragon Dynasty. Don't know too much about this one. And he also sent a modern day horror movie, which I do know about this one, The Witch, which is going to be getting a second sight 4K collector's edition at the end of the month. Not checked this one out yet, but I have seen the trailer of this one, and this one looks like a real creepy watch. Modern day horror movie, this one. I think this one's 2016 or 2015. And on to the Blu-rays now, and picked up a few movies. Obviously sad to hear the passing of Ray Liotta, only 67 years of age, who died in his sleep. So I picked up a few of his movies. This one's actually a Jonathan Demme movie. Jonathan Demme was the director who directed The Silence of the Lambs, and this was, I think it was his first movie that Ray Liotta appeared, or second one. Something Wild, starring Jeff Daniels and also Melanie Griffith, and also Ray Liotta. And this one's the Criterion UK release, which had fun watching this, revisiting this one, where a young, fun and spirited female, she kind of kidnaps a businessman, a yuppie, played by Jeff Daniels, and takes him kind of on a adventure ride, and it's kind of like a fun and adventure ride before they bump into the ex-husband of Melanie Griffith, which is played by Ray Liotta, who has just been released from prison. Yeah, kind of the first half of the movie is kind of more comedic, and then it takes a bit of a twist when Ray Liotta comes on the scene with his character. But yeah, Something Wild, not my usual sort of film, but yeah, a good one, kind of like a quirky comedy drama movie. And then the second Ray Liotta movie, which I don't think has a UK or US release of this one. Unlawful Entry, a thriller from the 1990s, starring Ray Liotta, Madeleine Stowe and Kurt Russell. Probably my second favourite performance from his career, where Ray Liotta, he plays kind of like a local policeman who he answers the call of a young couple, Kurt Russell and Madeleine Stowe, where they get burgled, and they sort of become friends, but it does take a twist. This is a German release, and it does have a English audio. A great movie, this one, Unlawful Entry, which quite a lot of these thrillers came out in the 90s after the success of movies like Basic Instinct, Pacific Heights, and also this one. Yeah, but very good one, this one, Unlawful Entry. And the last Ray Liotta movie was this one that I read up about. It's kind of like an independent, low budget cop movie, Narc. I think this is the only release of this on Blu-ray. It's a German edition. It does have a English audio where two very different cops, they got to work together to solve a case, starring Jason Patric and Ray Liotta. Very underrated movie, this one, kind of dark and gritty. And for those who are fans of Ray Liotta, who maybe want to get into more of his movies, try to hunt this one down, because it is a bit of a rare one on Blu-ray, and this is the German edition of Narc. Very good cop thriller, also starring rap star Busta Rhymes in this movie. The next three movies were titles part of that trade package from Mike Dake Films, which I'll just briefly show. The first one being the Kino Lorber release of Hell in the Pacific, a movie from the late 1960s where two wartime enemies, an American and Japanese, are stranded on an island near the Pacific Ocean. A John Borman movie. Director who was responsible for the classic movie Point Blank, and also Deliverance with Burt Reynolds and Jon Voight. I have changed the cover of this one. Most people would probably recognise it with that cover. I haven't seen this one yet. A Lee Marvin movie that I've always wanted to check out, Hell in the Pacific. And also another Kino Lorber release. I think this is the only release of this. The Woman in Red. There may be an Australian release of this one. A comedy movie from the 80s, starring Gene Wilder, and actually was directed by Gene Wilder. Famously known, this movie, for the Academy Award winning theme song that was used in this movie by Stevie Wonder, I Just Called to Say I Love You, and starring the stunning Kelly LeBrock, where a married man, he sees a beautiful brunette who he can't forget, and always has her on his mind as soon as he witnesses her beauty. The Woman in Red, very good comedy, which kind of put Kelly LeBrock on the map. And for more starring roles like Weird Science. And the next movie is also another US edition. Remember the Titans, a Denzel Washington movie, which I didn't know this was a Disney movie, this one, where it's actually a true story where he plays a African American football coach. Goes into my Denzel Washington collection. On to some Marvel stuff now, and big fan of the Daredevil TV series on Netflix. I've seen the first 2 seasons. Unfortunately, the 3rd season, there is no proper release. This is actually a bootleg, and this is the 3rd season. Picked this one up on eBay for a pretty good price. Season 3 has 13 episodes. Daredevil, played by Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock, who plays the kind of lawyer turned vigilante Daredevil by night. Yeah, great series this one, and they are soon to be start filming the 4th season of Daredevil, hoping that it's not going to be a toned down version because Disney is involved. But yeah, this is Daredevil season 3. And the other Marvel pickup is the Defenders, which is kind of like the spin-off series from Netflix, which contains these 4 superheroes: Jessica Jones, I should say, Luke Cage, Iron Fist, and Daredevil. They all have separate series on Netflix, and there's no actual release of this one. And my good buddy Gary, the Blu-ray addict, he helped us out to pick this one up on from the Stinky Tuna site, and he picks up many editions from Stinky Tuna, and yeah, great release this one, well put together with different artwork per disc, and eventually I'll get to this series. And I think this one only has I think it was 8 or 10 episodes. Actually didn't sort of do too well, considering all these characters did have their own series. But yeah, many thanks Gary for hooking us up with this edition of the Defenders from Marvel, a Netflix exclusive. On to some Italian movies, and there's been quite a few Eurocrime movies being released in the UK. This is Revolver, released by Eureka. Did have the Blu-ray, the Blue Underground DVD edition of Revolver, a Sergio Salima movie, well known for directing spaghetti western movies like The Big Gun Down. This one, a Eurocrime movie starring Oliver Reed and Fabio Testi. We do get alternative artwork, and also a booklet as well. Yeah, not a bad Eurocrime movie. However, there are better ones out there, but this one's an enjoyable one, especially with Oliver Reed in this one. And the next one is a spaghetti western movie put out by Studio Canal from the UK. This is Enzo G Castellaris' Kill Them All and Come Back Alone, starring Chuck Connors. Do have the Wild East DVD version of this movie. And this is a new line of cult classics put out by Studio Canal. They have just released Extreme Prejudice and also High Crime with Franco Nero, a Eurocrime movie, and you get a slipcover as well as some movie cards with this one. Very entertaining and action-packed spaghetti western. This one, they are the movie cards that you get in this release. I look forward to seeing what they release next from this line from Studio Canal. But yeah, pretty good spaghetti western if you're looking to get into some spaghetti western movie goodness. Go for a action-packed one like this. Kill Them All, Come Back Alone, and yeah, I'm pretty sure many will find this one pretty entertaining. On to the 4Ks now, and the main big titles from that trade package from Mike from Kino Lorber, the 4K release of A Fistful of Dollars starring Clint Eastwood. And how many versions have I got this classic movie? But I had to get this on 4K. the 1964 classic, which does come with plenty of features. Just a shame that there wasn't any alternative artwork, which would have been the finishing touch to this 4K Kino Lorber US release. And it comes with the Blu-ray as well. And with that, I had to pick up for a few dollars more. Just a pity that it's not the uncut version of this, because there is a minute cut out of this movie, which the full version is a German Blu-ray release of the movie. So I now have all of these movies on the 4K format for a few dollars more, starring Clint Eastwood and Lee Van Cleef, as well as Gian Maria Volonté. And one more Clint Eastwood movie. Had to pick this one up on 4K. Still no Blu-ray or 4K release of Cry Macho in the UK. And this is the German steelbook, which I picked up on Amazon Germany for a pretty decent price. Yeah, it's not one of Eastwood's one of his best movies, this one. And you do get a little bit of a shot from the movie inside the steelbook. So, Cry Macho, and the Clint Eastwood collection will be coming soon. I've said it quite a few times now, but I won't say it anymore, and I'll just make a couple of videos of my collection soon. Yeah, Cry Macho, German release, which does have a English audio. The next movie is a release from Vinegar Syndrome. I don't have many releases from this US label, but I had to pick this one up. Sent to us by Mike again. This is the Death Wish 2 full uncut version of this movie, the sequel to the original movie, and you do get alternative artwork. More violent than the original movie, and yeah, there is actually extra scenes which came from a TV Greek version, which has been added onto this release. A few scenes with Jill Ireland, who plays his girlfriend in the movie, and yeah, so this is kind of like the most complete version of Death Wish 2, and with more violent scenes, nothing taken out like from certain releases, mainly from the UK, which this movie is pretty cut to pieces. So yeah, glad to have this one, Death Wish 2, the 4K release from Vinegar Syndrome. And the next one, I do have a kind of a collection set of the Indiana Jones movies, but yeah, pretty disappointing release, which I'll be getting rid of that 4K box set. And they finally released the proper artwork steelbook 4K release of Raiders of the Lost Ark with the original poster. You do get the J card, which is easily removable. Yeah, my favourite from the Indiana Jones movies. I mean, I do love the first three. I mean, the fourth one is not that great, but yeah, classic adventure, action and adventure movies. And you do also get a poster inside. From the creators of Jaws and Star Wars. One of Harrison Ford's most iconic roles. Yeah, I'd say I am looking forward to the new movie, but not with high expectations. So yeah, I do have the Indiana Jones Temple of Doom steelbook coming. And the last release is the Second Sight 4K Collector's Edition of Drive, starring Ryan Gosling, 2011 movie, and what a beauty this is. No doubt that a lot of you collectors out there would have picked up this great edition, which I'll briefly show. There are probably quite a few videos of this one shown on YouTube. Removable J card, I've released quite similar designed like the Dawn of the Dead set, and very simple but effective looking collector's set. Where you do have kind of like a digipack and 2 books inside. So here's the digipack, which holds the 4K and Blu-ray. And then you also get kind of like a publishing novel, or book I should say. Should be an interesting read. And then you get some movie cards, and you get some movie cards with Ryan Gosling, great cast. It also has Corey Mulligan, Bryan Cranston, also Christina Hendricks, and also Ron Perlman, about a mysterious stuntman driver who becomes in his spare time kind of a reliable high-speed getaway driver. Then he helps out a female neighbor. Yeah, great movie this one, with a very stylishly directed, with a great soundtrack. Bryan Cranston there. Ron Perlman. And the beautiful Christina Hendricks. And then you also get a movie book, which is a very heavy movie book of some great photos. And what a great release again from Second Sight, which they are going to be releasing The Witch and also Dog Soldiers in a 4K collector's edition. And they do have quite a few more special collector's editions coming out for the rest of the year. So you get some black and white photos and colour photos to this beautiful collector's set. And so guys, there you have it, another fine release put out by Second Sight Films. Yeah, no doubt one of the releases of the year in Drive, getting the 4K special collector's treatment edition. So guys, there's all the pickups for June 2022. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care, speak soon, and stay tuned for more content on the channel. Take care.
Go ahead, make my day.